What's up? This is Dre Brooks Vision, and I'm excited today. We got an author here. We interviewing an author today, Miss Sonia Ray. We got her on the telephone. Just give y'all a little heads up of what I do. Dre Brooks Vision. We interview authors, business owners. We interview a lot of people. Just if you're doing something exciting, I don't care if it's even just coloring, drawing, music, whatever it is, we interview people who are doing big things. Also, Sideline Sports Talk, I got that also where we interview athletes and coaches. There's two different, shows, so don't get it mixed up with Dre Brooks Vision. Dre Brooks Vision is the show for everything that goes on that y'all see me do. Sideline Scoreboard, Sideline Sports Talk, and other things also. But Dre Brooks Vision is the core, and we interview business owners. And today we got Sonia Ray, author Sonia Ray, on the telephone. How's it going, Sonia?
Good morning. How's everybody doing?
We doing all right. We are kicking the show off. Just kick the show off just a little bit about, tell them a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
Well, I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana originally, but I'm currently residing in Houston, Texas.
Oh, okay.
And I recently just released my first novel, Queen, Life Reincarnated. And it's basically a story.
Hold on, don't get into that. We're gonna get into that later. Just tell them just a little bit about yourself and where you're from. Just tell them a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been writing since 2012, and I just went full time, and just got my book out there.
Oh, okay. When did you know you wanted to become an author?
I would have to say right after Hurricane Katrina. I got asked a lot of questions about, how things went and my experience with it. And when I found myself having to retell a story over and over again, it was like, I may as well write a book and get my story out there so people can read it and understand exactly what I went through.
Okay. But when did you said you started right after Hurricane Katrina?
Yeah, it was right after Hurricane Katrina when I was, I would tell people my story. So it had to be in 2007, 2008, something like that.
Oh, okay. So you've been writing for 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, about 12 years?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, now let's get into the book, Queen. Is this your first book you ever written, or you have written other books?
Well, this is my first actual novel that I've written, but I've written poetry and music and things like that. So this is my first actual book that I put out.
Okay. What inspired you to write this book?
Basically, I was going through it was a domestic violence situation at a very young age. And I experienced this situation at a very crucial time. It was, very chaotic because Hurricane Katrina was going on. However, I still was dealing with my everyday life with the guy that I was dealing with. Okay. So it was almost like, a storm within a storm. So I'm going through this situation, trying to mentally maintain myself with all of the chaos, as well as trying to mentally keep myself sane with the chaos that I was dealing with in that relationship.
Okay, so it was based off domestic violence, you say? It was in a domestic violence relationship?
It wasn't based off of domestic violence. It was basically just kind of telling the story of a young lady who's going through a domestic violence situation and how she maneuvered her life through that situation while going through a natural disaster.
Oh, okay. So you relocated to Texas when that happened. That's when you relocated to Texas?
Yes.
Okay. You can tell us a little bit more about the book Queen. Give us a little details. Just a little something about the book.
So basically, the title of the book is Queen Life Reincarnated, and I came up with that title because there's a lot of women out here who have a story similar to that, and I kind of feel like they're either ashamed sometimes or afraid. So that's the reason why I named it Queen, so that women can know that they're still queens. And then Life Reincarnated, basically that came in saying that you can rebuild your life, start your life all over again, come alive again. So my main character in the book, her name is Nia, and Nia, she has a very abusive boyfriend, and they have kids together. So she's kind of like a little bit naive, a little bit timid. She doesn't like confrontation, so she tries to keep the confrontation down. But her boyfriend is like really like anything upsets him. During the time that the setting starts, it's like preparing for Hurricane Katrina. The storm hits, and then it's almost like trying to figure out how to get out of New Orleans, because New Orleans was completely shut down.
Yeah.
So it's a few of her friends and her kids and her boyfriend, and they're all trying to figure out a way to get out of the city. Once they finally manage to get out of the city, she encounters a lot of other things that she did not expect to encounter while she's still dealing with everything else. She's lost everything. She has an abusive boyfriend. She's in a city that she has to figure out, what's going to happen to her, where they're going to stay, things like that. Okay. So it's almost like she's just going through a lot of things at one time, and she's just trying to figure it out.
Okay. If people want to get this book, what is the platforms where they can purchase this book at?
So currently, you can find the book on Amazon or Barnes and Nobles, and it's also in a few local bookstores here in Houston, so you can find it there. You can also purchase it on the website. My website is www.queen.diva.com. So it's many platforms you can find it on.
Oh, okay. So you got your book at Barnes and Nobles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you do that? You got a contract with them, or you talk with them and they put your book in the Barnes and Nobles?
So the first route I went was the online platform. So you set up the online platform, you pretty much fill out your paperwork, and then after 90 days or so, you're able to go back in and be evaluated to get your book placed into the store.
Oh, okay. Okay. Is it? Did you say it was in every Barnes and Nobles or just certain locations?
It's at certain locations, not in all of them just yet.
Okay. But hey, you
can still order it online though.
Okay. Say that website again.
My website is www.queen.diva.com.
Okay. Will you be writing any more books in the future? You got any more books that's coming out?
I have a lot of projects coming up. One of the things that I'm looking to do is possibly come out with a sequel to Queen Life Reincarnated, and have a bunch of other things that I'm working on as well.
Okay. I remember when that Hurricane Katrina started. Not started, what happened. I was living in Fayetteville, Arkansas at the time. I remember a lot of people from Louisiana was moving there at the time. And that's a great thing that you wrote a book, came out of that and everything. You also have Life Reincarnated Book Talk. Is that like a group discussion online?
No, so I just recently did a book discussion just to kind of like get my readers to get a point of view from some people who's already read the book and hear a little bit of the details, so that you can kind of get excited about it and see that it's really an interesting book, and it's always good to kind of like just discuss the book afterwards and kind of get feedback from everybody. So we did a quick live on Facebook last week, and it turned out very, very nice. So.
Oh, okay. So if people want to tune in to that, how do they just go to your page?
So yeah, I have a Facebook page. It's the Don Diva, and you can just go to the page and you'll see the live posted there.
Okay. All right, there you go, people. Author Sonia Ray, her book Queen Reincarnated, right?
Queen Life Reincarnated.
Queen Life Reincarnated. You can get it at Barnes & Nobles. What? Say them locations again.
Amazon and Barnes and Nobles and some local bookstores in Houston.
You get it. If you're in Houston, hey, you should go check this book out. It sounds like it's a great book. I'm gonna check it out myself. We just want to thank you, Miss Ray, for your time. Letting us know more about your book and everything. I'm an author myself, and authors, we got to support each other, and uplift each other. It's a great thing seeing a black lady, a lot of black authors, writing and also doing films and things like that. But it was good talking to you, and I know it's early in the morning. We supposed to did it yesterday, but man, some things happened. We had a big power outage. Somebody hit a pole, wires went down. Man, I made it over to my studio. Lights was out. I'm wondering, like, hey, did I pay my electric bill? But I know I did, and that's when I got a late alert that they had a power outage. I was like, wow. And they said they were supposed to be on at a certain time, and they come on. They was out there all night trying to do it. I was like, man, I got interviews I got to do this weekend, and I got another one today right after you. So, and I just love doing this. But this Dre Brooks Vision, author Sonia Ray, tell them that website one more time.
www.queen.diva.com. Check it out.
There you go. Check it out. Thank you, Miss Ray. And I know when you have some more books, because I'm always in the Black Authors Network. And but this ain't the first or the last interview.
Absolutely not.
All right. Thank you for your time, and thank you for this interview.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too. It's Dre Brooks Vision. Hey, if you're an author or you're anything, just hit me up, inbox me. I interview you. It ain't gonna be like no interview where I'm just gonna interview you, talk to you, ask you questions, man, so you can get your stuff out to the people. I'm located here in Little Rock, Arkansas. I have interviewed musicians, pastors. I've interviewed athletes, coaches, just a lot of people. And they don't have no big thing going on. You don't have to be no celebrity. You don't have to be famous. All you have to do is be you. Whatever you do, I don't care if it's boxing. I don't care if you just mowing lawns. If you got a lawn service, I want to interview you and tell people about your service and about how you started. Because there's people out there with dreams and goals, and they're afraid. They have a fear in them to just go out on faith and do it. So I started this by letting other people see other people doing things, because some people want to write books. Some people want to start a business. Some people want to do film. Some people want to do this. Some people want to crochet. Some people want to do things, but they're scared of failure. They're scared, okay, I'm not going to that. But you can't think like that. You got to just step out on faith and do it. Okay? This is Dre Brooks Vision. Hey, we out, buddy. Catch you later.